Brazil. The very name evokes color, rhythm, vastness, and vitality. It is a land of extremes, of roaring waterfalls and silent deserts, ancient jungles and futuristic cities, tranquil coastal towns and pulsating metropolises. Stretching across nearly half of South America, Brazil is the largest country in the continent and one of the most naturally and culturally diverse nations in the world. From the untouched islands of the Atlantic to the heart of the Amazon rainforest, from the modernist masterpieces of Brasilia to the colonial streets of Paraty, Brazil offers more than just destinations, it offers dimensions. Each region, each biome, and each community tells a unique story, tied together by the common thread of vibrant Brazilian spirit. This journey through the wonders of Brazil will take you deep into its soul, to its landscapes that defy logic, its cities that pulse with life, and its people whose warmth can light up even the most remote corners of this vast land. Whether you're an adventurer, a lover of culture, or a seeker of beauty, Brazil has something to awaken your sense of wonder. So pack your curiosity and let the rhythm of Brazil lead you through this unforgettable voyage. From the far-flung islands of the northeast to the urban heart of São Paulo, through jungle, waterfall, beach, and beyond. Before we dive into Brazil's marvels, it's worth pausing to recognize just how extraordinary this country is in its sheer scale, diversity, and vitality. Brazil is the fifth largest country in the world by both area and population, covering more than 8.5 million square kilometers. It spans across multiple climates and ecosystems, offering everything from dense rainforest to vast wetlands, sweeping highlands to tropical coastlines. It is home to the Amazon rainforest, the largest in the world, which covers over 60% of the Brazilian territory and plays a crucial role in regulating the planet's climate. Often referred to as the lungs of the Earth, this immense jungle is responsible for producing approximately 20% of the world's oxygen and is home to an estimated 10% of all known species on the planet. The nation itself is divided into 26 states and one federal district, each with its own unique traditions, dialects, and cultural nuances. Together, they create a tapestry of regional identities that make Brazil a land of extraordinary variety. From the Afro-Brazilian heritage of Bahia to the European-inspired architecture of the South, from indigenous communities in the Amazon to the cosmopolitan energy of São Paulo, the country is a living mosaic of humanity. Uniquely, Brazil is the only country in South America where Portuguese is the official language, a legacy of centuries under Portuguese colonial rule. This linguistic distinction sets it apart from its Spanish-speaking neighbors and contributes to a cultural identity that feels distinct yet undeniably Latin. The richness of Brazil's natural heritage extends beyond the Amazon. The Pantanal, a vast and seasonally flooded wetland stretching through the central western part of the country, is the largest flooded grassland on Earth. It is considered by many to be the best place in South America for observing wildlife in its natural habitat, from jaguars and giant otters to capybaras, caimans, and hundreds of bird species. Stretching for over 7,400 kilometers, Brazil's coastline is a continuous line of beauty, with some of the world's most stunning beaches still unexplored by international tourism. These shores are not just places to relax, but vibrant frontiers where fishing villages, surfers, coral reefs, and forested headlands coexist in perfect balance. But Brazil's soul beats loudest in its cultural traditions. This is the birthplace of samba, the joyful rhythm that fuels carnival, of bossa nova, the sound of sunlit romance, of capoeira, the Afro-Brazilian martial art disguised as dance, and of carnival itself, a dazzling celebration of music, movement, and color that captivates the world each year. No symbol captures the nation's spiritual and visual power more completely than the iconic Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro. Standing high above the city with arms outstretched, this towering figure is not only one of the new seven wonders of the world, but also a beacon of faith, peace, and unity visible for miles around. These remarkable truths about Brazil only scratch the surface. More than a country, Brazil is an unfolding experience, a land that breathes rhythm, pulses with life, and promises discovery in every direction. Paraty. Paraty is a coastal gem where time seems to slow down, and history whispers from every stone. Located between São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro along the Costa Verde, this beautifully preserved colonial town is framed by lush mountains, emerald waters, and tropical rainforest. Founded in the 17th century, Paraty flourished during the gold trade, and much of its Baroque architecture remains intact. Walking through Paradis Car-Free Historic Center is like stepping into another era. The cobblestone streets are lined with whitewashed houses adorned with colorful doors and wrought iron balconies. Churches such as Santa Rita and Nossa Senhora do Rosario speak to the town's deep spiritual and social roots, while art galleries and workshops keep its creative soul alive. But Paradis is more than a postcard-perfect town. Its natural surroundings are equally enchanting. The nearby Serra da Bocaina National Park offers hiking trails through the Atlantic forest, waterfalls, and hidden viewpoints. Paradis Bay, dotted with over 60 islands, is perfect for boat tours, snorkeling, and kayaking. The surrounding beaches, from Trindade's surf-friendly shores to Sacco do Mamangues fjord-like inlet, offer secluded beauty and a deep connection to nature. Every year, Paradis hosts the Flip Literary Festival, drawing writers, thinkers, and readers from around the world. Whether you come for the history, the art, or the peace of the sea, Paradis invites you to slow down and savor life. Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro needs no introduction. Known as the Marvelous City, it is a place where natural beauty, cultural energy, and urban vitality collide in the most spectacular ways. With its iconic beaches, lush mountains, and world-famous carnival, Rio is a city that enchants all who visit. No trip to Rio is complete without visiting the towering Christ the Redeemer statue atop Corcovado Mountain. As one of the new 7 wonders of the world, it offers panoramic views of the city, Guanabara Bay, and the endless Atlantic horizon. Nearby, Sugarloaf Mountain rises from the ocean like a granite sentinel, accessible by cable car and beloved for its sunset vistas. The beaches, Copacabana, Ipanema, and Leblon, are more than sunbathing spots. They are centers of daily life, where locals play beach volleyball, sip coconut water, and greet each other with the warm informality that defines Carioca culture. Rio is also a city of samba, bossa nova, and funk. The Lapa neighborhood bursts with nightlife, while Santa Teresa's bohemian charm, colonial mansions, and mosaic-covered Celeron steps create a space for artists and dreamers. During Carnival, the city transforms into one giant celebration, with parades, costumes, and dancing that fill the streets with joyous abandon. Yet Rio's soul is deeper than its famous attractions. From the favelas that climb the hillsides to the botanical gardens, Tijuca Forest, and the passionate people who call it home, Rio de Janeiro is a place of contrasts, where energy, beauty, and humanity meet in unforgettable ways. Brasilia. Brasilia is unlike any other capital city in the world. Designed from scratch in the 1950s and inaugurated in 1960, it was envisioned by President Juscelino Kubitschek and brought to life by architect Oscar Niemeyer and urban planner Lucio Costa. The result is a modernist masterpiece shaped like an airplane or a bird, where symmetry, curves, and futuristic structures redefine what a city can look like. From the air, the design of Brasilia is astonishing, but it is on the ground where the true artistry is revealed. The city is filled with monumental government buildings such as the National Congress with its twin towers and domes, the Supreme Federal Court, and the Palacio da Alvorada, the president's official residence. The Cathedral of Brasilia, with its crown-like spires and stunning glass ceiling, is a spiritual and architectural highlight. Brasilia is not just about politics and design. It is also home to a vibrant art scene, expansive green spaces, and a multicultural population that brings life to this carefully planned environment. Parks, lakes, and wide avenues give the city an open, spacious feel, while neighborhoods like Asa Sul and Asa Norte are filled with cafes, music venues, and cultural hubs. Visiting Brasilia is like stepping into a utopian vision of the future. It challenges expectations, inspires awe, and stands as a testament to Brazil's ambition and imagination. Fernando de Noronha. Few places in the world evoke the feeling of untouched paradise quite like Fernando de Noronha. Located about 350 kilometers off Brazil's northeast coast, this volcanic archipelago of 21 islands is a protected UNESCO World Heritage Site and a sacred ground for nature lovers. Only one island is inhabited, and access is strictly controlled to preserve its delicate ecosystems. What awaits those lucky enough to visit is nothing short of magical. Emerald waters, dramatic cliffs, golden sand beaches, and some of the best diving and snorkeling in the world. Dolphins dance in the waves near Baía dos Golfinhos, sea turtles glide through underwater caves, and spinner dolphins gather here in numbers unseen anywhere else. Baía do Sancho, often ranked among the most beautiful beaches on the planet, is surrounded by steep forested cliffs and accessible only by boat or a narrow stairway carved into the rocks. The sense of seclusion is total, the water unbelievably clear, and the marine life spectacular. Noronha isn't just a beach destination. It's a glimpse into what the planet might look like if nature had its way. It's where you slow down, breathe deeply, and remember that the world is still full of miracles. São Paulo. São Paulo is Brazil's beating heart of business, art, and diversity. The country's largest city and the financial capital of Latin America, it is a sprawling metropolis of over 20 million people, representing every corner of Brazil and communities from around the world. While São Paulo may not have Rio's dramatic landscapes, it more than compensates with its cultural depth and urban dynamism. Its skyline of glass towers and wide avenues gives way to hidden gardens, cutting-edge galleries, and culinary experiences found nowhere else. The São Paulo Museum of Art, MASP, perched on a red concrete frame on Avenida Paulista, holds one of the finest collections in the hemisphere. Neighborhoods like Vila Madalena brim with street art and indie culture, while Liberdade is the largest Japanese enclave outside Japan. From Italian cantinas in Bixiga to Syrian bakeries and Brazilian fusion cuisine, São Paulo is a global food capital. The city's nightlife is legendary, its theater scene thriving, and its bookstores and cafes perfect for reflection amid the city's pulse. Despite its scale, São Paulo invites you to look closer. It's a place of innovation and resilience, where ambition meets tradition, and every street is a mosaic of dreams. Curitiba. Curitiba is often described as Brazil's most sustainable and forward-thinking city. Located in the southern state of Paraná, it is a model of urban planning, green living, and civic pride. Known for its efficient public transport, tree-lined streets, and European charm, Curitiba offers a refreshing contrast to the typical image of a Brazilian metropolis. One of its most iconic landmarks is the Oscar Niemeyer Museum, a striking architectural gem that resembles a giant eye. The city's botanical garden, inspired by French gardens, features a beautiful glass greenhouse and immaculately landscaped grounds. Parks are plentiful and interconnected, providing not only recreation but also effective flood control and wildlife protection. Curitiba's multicultural roots, with influences from German, Polish, Italian, and Ukrainian immigrants, are evident in its food, traditions, and festivals. The Largo de Ordem district offers a historical core with colonial houses, artisan markets, and Sunday fairs that draw visitors from across the region. The city is also a gateway to Brazil's south, including the coastal mountains of Serra do Mar and the picturesque island of Ilha do Mel. In Curitiba, modern life and environmental responsibility walk hand in hand, creating a future-focused city with deep respect for the past. Belo Horizonte. Nestled among rolling hills in the state of Minas Gerais, Belo Horizonte, often referred to as BH, is Brazil's third-largest city and a cultural and culinary treasure. Known for its laid-back charm, modernist architecture, and warm hospitality, Belo Horizonte offers a unique experience that blends urban sophistication with traditional values. The city is a showcase of Brazilian modernism, much of it influenced by the legendary architect Oscar Niemeyer. The Pampulha Modern Ensemble, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a stunning example of this vision. The Church of St. Francis of Assisi, with its bold curves and blue tile mosaics by Candido Portinari, is one of the most iconic landmarks in the country. Belo Horizonte is also a city of flavors. The local food scene is famous for its hearty, farm-inspired dishes and bustling boticos, informal bars where friends gather over ice-cold beer and plates of pão de queijo, feijão tropeiro, and other regional specialties. The Mercado Central is a paradise for food lovers, offering everything from artisanal cheeses to exotic fruits and handcrafted souvenirs. Surrounding BH are charming colonial towns like Ouro Preto, Tiradentes, and Mariana, remnants of the Gold Rush era and brimming with Baroque churches and cobbled streets. These nearby destinations make Belo Horizonte the perfect gateway for exploring the rich heritage of Minas Gerais. Salvador. Salvador is the heart and soul of Afro-Brazilian culture, a city that pulses with music, spirituality, and color. Founded in 1549, It was Brazil's first capital and one of the oldest colonial cities in the Americas. Today, its cobbled streets, Baroque churches, and vibrant neighborhoods are living museums of African, indigenous, and Portuguese heritage. The Pelourinho district, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is the city's cultural nucleus. Here, pastel-colored buildings line narrow lanes, capoeira is performed in public squares, and the scent of acarajé, a spicy street food with roots in West Africa, fills the air. The rhythm of Salvador is set by samba reggae beats, and every corner seems to echo with the sound of drums. Salvador is also a spiritual center, blending Catholicism with Candomblé, an Afro-Brazilian religion. Churches such as São Francisco de Bahia dazzle with gold interiors, while rituals on beaches and in terreiros celebrate ancestral connections and divine energies. Overlooking the Bay of All Saints, Salvador offers breathtaking coastal views, especially from the elevator Lacerda, which links the upper and lower parts of the city. Beaches like Porto de Barra provide a place to relax, while nearby Itapua is immortalized in Brazilian song and poetry. In Salvador, history and modern life are inseparable. The city is a celebration of resilience, diversity, and joy, an essential destination for understanding the soul of Brazil. Recife. Recife, known as the Venice of Brazil, is a vibrant city in the northeast with a spirit as colorful as its colonial facades and as deep as its mangrove-lined waterways. A cultural and economic hub, Recife pulses with Afro-Brazilian rhythms, street festivals, and a proud historical identity. Founded in the 16th century, the city is shaped by Portuguese, Dutch, and African influences that continue to define its music, cuisine, and architecture. Its historic center, Recife Antigo, is home to beautifully preserved buildings, lively markets, and the iconic Marco Zero Square, where the city officially begins. Nearby, you can walk along canals that once served as important trade routes, now dotted with bridges and flanked by colonial-era houses. But Recife is not just about the past. It's a city of innovation and modern energy. The neighboring city of Olinda, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, offers a hilltop retreat with cobbled streets, Baroque churches, and one of the most electrifying carnival celebrations in the country. Recife's beaches, especially Boa Viagem, are popular escapes for locals and visitors alike, with their warm waters, coral reefs, and festive boardwalks. In Recife, every street corner feels like a stage, and every meal tastes like a celebration of history. It's a city where heritage and progress blend seamlessly, giving travelers an experience that is both authentic and exhilarating. Lençóis Maranhenses. Imagine a desert where rain fills valleys with freshwater lagoons and where every dune leads to a surreal oasis. This is Lençóis Maranhenses National Park, one of Brazil's most otherworldly and breathtaking landscapes. Located in the state of Maranhão in northeastern Brazil, this vast expanse of white sand dune stretches for over 1,500 square kilometers, forming a hypnotic pattern of curves and ridges. What makes Lençóis Maranhenses extraordinary is the seasonal transformation that takes place between May and September, when rainwater collects in the valleys between the dunes, creating thousands of crystal-clear lagoons in shades of turquoise and emerald. These pools are not only swimmable, but often teeming with aquatic life, including small fish brought in by seasonal flooding. The best way to experience this dreamscape is by 4x4 tours or on foot with local guides who know the terrain intimately. Visitors can walk for hours along the rippling sands, bathe in tranquil lagoons like Lagoa Azul and Lagoa Bonita, and witness sunsets that turn the entire park into a canvas of gold and crimson. Despite its desert-like appearance, Lençóis Maranhenses is alive with nature and silence. It's a place that seems too beautiful to be real, where land, sky, and water meet in perfect harmony to create one of Brazil's most visually stunning wonders. Pantanal. While the Amazon often takes center stage, it is the Pantanal that offers Brazil's most extraordinary wildlife spectacle. Located primarily in the states of Mato Grosso and Mato Grosso do Sul, the Pantanal is the largest tropical wetland in the world, covering more than 200,000 square kilometers. Unlike the dense canopy of the rainforest, the Pantanal's open landscapes make it far easier to spot animals in their natural habitat. Here, nature is on full display. Jaguars roam along riverbanks, giant anteaters forage through savannas, and colorful hyacinth macaws soar overhead. The region is a birdwatcher's paradise, hosting hundreds of species in a dazzling display of color and song. Capybaras, caimans, marsh deer, and tapirs are commonly seen, often within minutes of arrival. Visiting the Pantanal is not about adrenaline, it is about immersion. Eco-lodges and fazendas, ranches, offer safari-like experiences, with guided excursions on horseback, foot, or boat. As the sun sets, the landscape glows in golden hues, and the symphony of frogs, birds, and insects comes alive. The Pantanal is a vital part of Brazil's ecological heritage, a vast and peaceful refuge where life flourishes in slow, visible cycles. It is a place that invites patience, respect, and awe, and rewards with unforgettable encounters. Iguaçu Falls. Straddling the border between Brazil and Argentina, Iguaçu Falls is one of the most breathtaking natural wonders on Earth. Comprising over 270 individual cascades stretched across nearly 3 kilometers, these waterfalls are taller than Niagara and wider than Victoria Falls. They roar through lush rainforest, sending plumes of mist high into the air and forming countless rainbows in the sunlight. The Brazilian side of the falls offers sweeping panoramic views that allow visitors to fully appreciate their grandeur. A network of walkways leads to stunning viewpoints, including the famous Devil's Throat, a U-shaped chasm where water thunders down with mesmerizing force. Standing on the viewing platform, you feel the vibration of the earth itself, the power of nature unleashed. Surrounding the falls is the Iguaçu National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that protects not only the waterfalls but also a vast expanse of Atlantic rainforest filled with wildlife such as toucans, monkeys, and ocelots. Helicopter rides and boat tours offer more adventurous perspectives, but even a simple walk through the forest feels like stepping into a wonderland of water and green. Iguaçu Falls is more than a destination, it is a sensory experience, a reminder of the majesty that nature can achieve when left to its own devices. Amazon Rainforest. No journey through Brazil is complete without stepping into the green heart of the planet, the Amazon Rainforest. Spanning over 5 million square kilometers across 9 countries, more than 60% of the Amazon lies within Brazil's borders, making it one of the most vital and majestic ecosystems on Earth. The Brazilian Amazon is a realm of infinite biodiversity. With thousands of species of birds, mammals, insects, and plants, many still undiscovered, it is a living laboratory and a reservoir of life. It is home to pink river dolphins, jaguars, giant river otters, and uncontacted indigenous tribes who live in harmony with nature. Travelers can base their adventures in cities like Manaus, the capital of Amazonas State and a historical hub of the rubber boom. From there, river cruises, canoe expeditions, and jungle lodges open the door to an immersive experience of the rainforest. Witness the meeting of the waters, where the dark Rio Negro and the sandy-colored Solimões River flow side by side without mixing. Explore flooded forests, hear the haunting calls of howler monkeys at dawn, and gaze up at ancient trees that touch the sky. The Amazon is not only a natural wonder, it is a spiritual journey into the essence of life itself. In its immense silence and staggering complexity, it reminds us of the fragility and resilience of our planet. To visit is to become part of something larger, older, and more mysterious than any single human story. From the dazzling beaches of Fernando de Noronha to the thunderous roar of Iguaçu Falls, from the spiritual rhythm of Salvador to the urban pulse of São Paulo, Brazil is not merely a country. It is a living symphony of cultures, colors, and landscapes. Its wonders are as varied as its people, as expansive as its forests, and as passionate as its dances. Whether you seek adventure, tranquility, history, or celebration, Brazil offers a journey that touches the soul and leaves memories as vivid as a carnival costume under the sun. Traveling through Brazil is not just about seeing new places, it's about feeling alive in the fullest sense. It's walking barefoot on an endless beach, tasting feijoada with friends, listening to a distant guitar in a mountain village, or watching the sunset turn the rainforest gold. It's learning how many different ways there are to smile, to dance, and to belong. Brazil reminds us of the richness that lies in diversity, in nature's grandeur, and in the human spirit that refuses to be tamed. Each place we visited, from the wetlands of Pantanal to the remote dunes of Lençóis Maranhenses, from colonial towns to futuristic cities, carries a story, a heartbeat, and an invitation. So whether you're planning your next big adventure or simply dreaming from afar, let the wonders of Brazil inspire you to see the world with new eyes. Because Brazil isn't just a destination, it's an experience, a feeling, and for many, a love that never fades.